Hornbill weekend hon in campaign of vegan chibai to nei holim ding hi le kam sunga tu la ya pandemic ziagat naw pangti lai sim na tung tanga kinial thena tampioma online class effective ya effective lo chi tung ta holim ding lam ka copy so mi tampi ka zon nungina ya tangwal thangmilal Doungel ama hi mphil yai chorchan pro case study tu le tua delhia sim lelahia then cha introduction a college min kholeng genia lal lai so na hung thei je na chok pa thu kan se
thank you fa ke pai thei jang
viewers on het hin ri ga nang self introduction ne khan nei ba pha ham
ke ka hi le Thangminlal Doungel tu le tu a hi sahen jang bangkho zola Churachandpur district a ka hi chile tu pe ra hi thep na lam panga chu thimzel ka hi in mphil research scholar National Institute of Educational Planning and Administration NIPA New Delhi MPhil final year kahin tu led to a research topic jo ile access a study of access and enrollment at the elementary stage in Manipur a case study of Churachandpur the topic mangcha research boljing like kahi
pau melal a question lang alut pe tin na online class ide hi in zong to hi for time being this is unavoidable hin ai wa effectiveness is sai tin le itabaham na mudan nangin na research to chomi tele ground reality ong chomai thedi hin na nang personal observation ipi ham tu chana he
in the first place hitabang accessibility or effectiveness in online learning to research awang ju ka lu nai pon na hi zong le ground reality observation chile tu lai school chapang ho ke mancha dan how are they able to afford the smartphones which is the medium of learning presently online learning jo ka vedai le effectiveness to comes a little later actually na first affordability I want to decode that into 3 stages na affordability hi ngai na abanting accessibility hi ngai accountability hi ngai then only comes how effective is the learning to how effective is the learning is saying ai la chun effective lo mama dan in kamoi
a simple pena pantin na I mi tamzo lunggel ni nu le pa mol ta ho chun abona di so lo mai the hin fi la theina ding mai mai online class ki bola he ti pa chu ipti na mu am chu online class be engage lo ai le ta dry they are going to stay ti ta mo yeng du ham silai pa hi abul mama zo hi thilboi ta hin na nu le pa khanin fi la thein de ba online class mo bol he ti ta le nang es ton nang azil khat na hin na education lang ana study khat na research scholar khat na hin ipti na mu a chung cha he
online learning hi sumla na theidinga ki bol a hi tiwang hi I think it's a misunderstanding katinome why because tu lai hi technology khanga hin so every institute be it schools or universities na they're trying their best so that learning is not interrupted cha chu every school is taking initiative every school katile those who are able to capable schools. For example, in Churachandpur district, we have very few schools now who are trying to make online learning a necessity. This I see as not as a means to collect school fees, but I think there is a real intent from the school administration, teachers and educators to keep the learning process on going. And in fact, I must appreciate the effort taken by some of the schools. Now, the fee iti kay zong as a guardian na school min kila tala solbro kakachi na This is an empirical evidence I'm giving. So many parents, ignorant parents, think feel anomja ki bol hai teacher na. I think hi chota bang hi pija ase ham teacher a ground reality hi school administration is check pi ngai chi pija teacher hum sai the a hin sai the ham na. Even I le most of the families coming from the disadvantaged groups that out there, even amongst within our community, there are another stage where there are more disadvantaged groups. They are not able to afford smartphones. And then even if they have affordability, access because of poor electricity, because of poor internet facilities. And then, like I said before, 3A's, accountability. There is no accountability from the part of the student and also from the part of the parents. And if the school is making that as a compulsion, obviously, they will tend to think that this is just trying to, make way to collect fees. School level if you take that to higher level education to university level to online learning okay. K university in pandemic but my learning is not interrupted but to certain extent I am more disadvantaged than those staying in metropolitan cities. Why? Because of, like I said, electricity, poor electricity, internet connectivity more disadvantaged I want ka university chun fee collect nom na dinga abol hi poi. That's very clear. Learning to interrupted hiloding ipi situation pandemic, epidemic, endemic na. Learning process to chasing hentia to schooling panalahin. I think this misconception has to be dismantled na. In fact, we need to really appreciate the effort taken by educational institutes. At the same time, like I said, institutes should also take responsibility in trying to really understand what is the grassroots problem. Why are parents making that kind of falsifiable claims to them? Institute aparabang hold to angay ti kahet kasay do nomin, and there has to be bridging of this misunderstanding. We have to bridge this gap, and then I think we will really learn to appreciate online learning, not as just as a source of collecting fees. Okay, Geldan.
Okay. Ale lal chlai effectiveness is na lo di hin. To hi online class ide hin jong na. Kum sort ta never in history school hits ta ban disrupt khana lo hin hong ki hong di jong le news ai ve dai le ki hong di ho jong chu class kana bench kana mi khat to ding ti hin. Chi jong chu class 9 and 10 ti la higher na. High school ading hi 9 le 10 la bo hong ki hong na lai di hin. Chi ide jong online class chi jing na lai di hin. Chi online class is on satan higher learning at ne effective te sensible student ho na. Chin na nei the hi lo le mature jeb ho appealing jeb ho na. Cho chun effective ta man the di hin. Nang le ke chapang class 5 6 ai lo class 3 4 ho chu. Amawa de ki bol ha mai lo le nu le pa zo se teacher automatically show itam. Fee pay ding about the teaching zo se man bol da khra hungum do kin chiki ka hi ipyam no opinion chi ja hi nu le pa ten hin online class hi chapang hole khasim nai tlo ma le khasim na ta banga om do tain a bol zo se ki bol ai ba fee la ki pe tho di ko isan them khat an thot je wa zo fee pay diam ti pa chi lai ki ka hi pin lum gel ne ha tricky situation tho cho na
very tricky hin hi chi sei di chu school principal ho khat hilawang chan will be very nice na ahin ke ma lungel dana chu ke ma lungel dan hilawang hitobang situation hi hungum jing na lai di hi and then hitobang om jing ding je achu I ho chu prepare hi ngai ucho we know but we are not preparing na ya achu to a student hon in langa learning an hin all the workload chu student plus parents ki thowa ki bol hai na and then but the school is still collecting full fees ti hi cho na at least why half day cho collect thailo ham ti jong complete tam tam cho la to chu ka sei bangin code ka sei no men na John DV father of education and say khat chu school is a miniature society ti khat omen na school hi society neo ti nei achu ti alchen learning hi it cannot happen in isolation I chang si a learning hi thei lo chu ta chu school a anu la pa involve lawa chapang chu school is so la jong la chun obviously they're not sitting at the corner na corner a changa ga to learning hi lo chu bookish knowledge se ko learning hi lo chu how you make friends how you talk to your friends your colleagues your classmates your teachers na ti ho zo si hui chan part of the learning process hi chu aju ti ai la chun ka sei banga chu when they go to school hi cho tabang environment atmosphere nei theu chu but when it comes to home learning na online through ai hi cho tabang chu thei be se lo chu ai wanga hi amo se ka sei banga chu amo se learning kizil sa di ti wai la chen hi thei lo chu learning cannot happen in isolation chi achu I think e ho parents ho guardian ho inaum ho e thei kham chu pan kila thei ham ale hi ta banga chu chapang aneu lam chi sei ting le family a au te lo mai thei hi na achu ti ai le khusunga administration in EPA bol thei ham khusung administration I mean village authority in even jekit le youth club jong in eu chu youth club hon jong masang lai ga ki sei saw be le ke he dana hi gal anu ma chu anglo cookie war la ya but jong le ethnic conflicts anyum lai na anong chu som in khet khila som in kitiaw ha hi mi te anikitit khom na learning jong anabo lo chu cho hi hitabang chu tu le to I replicate jap ngai ka sai na not exactly chitabang chi jong le husunga hi youth club in panala them na space provide ball the village administration youth club in panala student ho chu in isolation hitalawa for parents cha te neu ho achanga ngan se thelo ho chu youth club in panala hita chu learning process chu abol wai le ke gel danin learning hi uninterrupted hiding plus collection of fees jong chu ka sei ma banga chu he le chun school in jong agel thei ham na chu ka sei school in jong agel ngai hi ke gel danin agel ngai hi asi chu pan kila khom hin miniature society hin stakeholders tampi pan la ke bol hi ja chu learning to interrupted lo te le chun I think there has to be give and take katino me
toi online class event thing le hin especially ke school min wang sei no per ke naw the om naw min na mi zo sin house la ke nei so ke din school midang hon ti bol ham ke pon na ke mu chana chu tu ni hi geography tale chapter 5 question where is America for example question ngaung ki bol ta cho chu chapang in don ding pen chu online class ji ham is this the best of what we can give na aban te la chi effective ta tai nam ti
okay
pilum gel ne ha chi
online learning it thing le chun it's trying to ensure uninterrupted learning ai na to chu online learning mong chu compare the hi na for example schools in Delhi chapang ho ta bang chu chapang ho chu phate cha Google Meet ke poi Google Classroom ke poi ai lo le Zoom ke poi ichi platform wai phate cha class ong chi la cha live classes attendance ong ki la cho chu le chun uninterrupted internet facilities som ngai phate cha class chi ting le chun I think that would suffice the definition of online learning e ho langa homework ki pe task ki pe chapangin asim devet di homework complete bol di chu cha submit di online learning a ila uwang chu I think that's half baked katino men na half baked chula let's accept it na half baked hin ale online learning in jo comparable so a hi theina dinga chu chalanga hi abui na jong chu challenges tam pim kits cho ka sei bunga technical know how lo cho so kit le from the side of the student a jong chu iti access ball di ham hi jo apps application man theina dinga chu knowledge ane ngai u cho phate ane wa in addition to that internet facilities phate cha ane ting ola bauchen online learning process hung chi thei be di hin phate cha hi chi task ki pia solve de ki pia chapang kingan si amo internet a ki holding by ku go by crook textbook a pho dingo hi chu task completable submission wang chu kasi bangin I think it's a half big online learning katinome ti chu half big ti chu thing zo lo na ake khat tabang bo chu pha na lai na ake khat ke wat na lai ka ngai toy
school ke khat chu sincere for na sa tain panala win ball thei chan teacher ho jong video recording a ball win wat tel whatsapp a hilo mun na ga the thang in chapang ho chun angai din a piewin chi chu hoi ta reality ta analyze ball ki dai le classroom a chapang som gup ball ni choya mi zo si eye to eye vet ki san control ki ball zo lo chilai hi chapang kum ling lo khat nu le pan tau pi lo wa chi chu hoi ta ki chai chan ngai diu chu iti a ground reality hi iti analyze na bola ipitium di anagin sara
to chu class neo lang chu sei da taw tin na enjoy ting leng sei na tin compare ga ki bol alin ho ki san jong na university level a kai college student hon jong hita bang challenge ki nei cho that one is lack of concentration na screen event thing lehen we are not able to concentrate for long concentration power hi mang cho we tend to be distracted WhatsApp Facebook YouTube Instagram he jo ki distract nom ji cho so he jo tabang learning phate cha effectiveness productivity theina dinga chu chapang in the case of chapang hwa dinga chu parents and wang chona bet sui te ngai or otherwise guardian elders in the family ai lo jo ka say stakeholders youth club village administration even church administration in panala thei khom hi ipiti langa la de ham wang chui dialogue ma we can always plan out na ahin hitabanga chapangin learning online na hitai problem ane hi ipiti I solve di ham ti wang hi kin jong exact solution chu kapithei pon na he jong le stakeholders has to dialogue ki ho tu te ngai school ahin village administration ahin guardian parents ahin sekitle youth club in church ahin ye ho langa chu hi cho stakeholders ho jo sin panala lawang cha I think to a great extent despite technological deficits in a ho na hi chi sang cha alternative kitila in addition to whatever we have availability na hi cho to chun stakeholders ho ki ho ko ma panla the hin chun effectiveness so productivity in learning chu hungum thein te chapang ho a jong katinome
emi ho education hi lol adia Indian education hi exam ngai na ma te hi win nit masang lai bang chun man li test au min tu ai bang semester wise ne khana hung chi do min chi san chu exam centric ma jin tu lai school tam ten jong online exam a bol jing na lai win online exam ki ti hi thu tai ngai to le doesn't make sense chapang question ki pia question chu hon wa ale khabu wa I ban ko piu le chu exam hi jeng ham exam ta ham hi le at least if they are engaged should we be happy na about chu ale khabu hon wa thil lang bol sa le khau avet wa aboi le chu chan chu phai yang ham na chi exam jo online ki sanau ha bol ten win
online exam ki bol hi phai phalom ti nai chona exam hi henge hi chu medium of ki vet tha na ta banga as a whole India ki jui khat ai wangin exam is not the end of learning or exam is not the end mi khat koi itabang nahe lom ti chu exam a ki vet tha na hi achai na ikoi long win pha ka sai aji chu gam khang to ho na gam khang to ho a country chat wang chu kamel chi tapon hi jong le gam khang to hon jong exam hi compulsory a koi de lo cho alaga kisite right to education ke chu kalut na lang hi right to education lang related right to education a jong chu government in class 1 up na class 8 chan na elementary stage kiti to national education policy class 12 chan ko ekat free and compulsory learning a hin bol de ti ala tu in right to education status we were ai government in poor and disadvantaged students or chu a learning u interrupt na loading drop out na lo te dinga chu exam hi cancel ki bol ta bang hi cha among mga chapang kha chu class 1 a kai ai na chen he should be automatically promoted to class 12 na e wanga chu examination chari jong le class a chu quality of learning quality of teaching te ngai exam lo di he tiva hi chalanga hi teaching to learning to compromisable while chan obviously to a certain extent exam also plays na I mean its part apart from na umai chi aziki ball hi jongle hi chi chun mi o se ka la lo te na dinga chu government of India in jong right education dung ju chu drop out na loading mi o se learning interruption na loading ai direct promotion mu te te dinga hi step ke la hi chu chi to chun ikai manai le online are trying to make sure na exam is conducted online hi choi ve dai la bang I don't think that should be the medium na to segregate who is better and who is not better. Exam should not be the medium katinome. I wangin online learning too, like in the physical case na teaching and learning wang chu compromise ball lo de online a jong. Juti ala wang chun to a certain extent we can choke out online exams. Na say banga chu online exam hi ting lahin. Nobody is invigilating actually. Nah, koi macam invigilate ke bolo cha. I le invigilate ke bolo para chu students are free to go to internet and textbook jong adai mga ki pho a ki copy a submission ki bol cha. Ti sang chun phathe chan assignment jo chu pinga lo hen lang. Exam chu ki bol khel hi jong le I think ti chu phan ta ka ngai to ai ken wang. Not necessary exam.
Tu ne online class is say te na hin say hai mil lo di khat au min chui pi ham ti le mi so sin smartphone nei nam e ho e mi ho i chatam nei te hi win chapang nga nei jong min thum nei jong min chi ho chun it bang hardship anei dem a reality pi ham cho adia hi nu le pa ti adia headache hi am ai lo nei lo nei zo lo sa lo thelo bazara bazena hi phone chong ai dem ipti gela chi online class in anei le nei zo lo jong na satan divide di ham.
I think to me ke gelda ne wang chi one of the most challenging part of online learning ka tinom cha very challenging hi cha jenam ti le jo ka se banga cha affordability accessibility and accountability chi chu hu me hi chi stage cho chu ingai to ai le phone hi family jo sin ke afford lo cha ke afford jo lo cha for example let's say banga chu big families say 5 members in the family ke ho jong 5 members ka even 4 of us have smartphones and new pension manipura kaina lai hi jin online learning a phone anai lo cho so ke phone am ka sacrifice ka bol te ngai cho sacrifice ka bol cho ai wa ju kin jong I'm still learning hi ja cho I also have responsibilities na so kit le assignments ka nei cho kin jong sometimes collide ji cho ta bang hina ta chu school has an easy way out amohen ase in chunga khatna neu jong le takila theu chime pungkhat pungni pung thoma tiu cho assignment ki pi ai jong le will give you enough time to complete the task at 2-3 days at least na I want you not necessarily today I receive a message and it says you have to complete the task tomorrow to the bang cho it's what about thing le as a elder brother who is also a student na kei ta bang cha chum hi jong le family a chu siblings 2-3 only is one smartphone cho onkil ha diu cho very very tasking challenging hi cho ya chu hitabang condition in easy wa hi I think responsibility hi school apara phate cha ground reality research ngai check ngai ichan ya step ki bol thai ham online learning productivity and effectiveness compared to mi khang to ho gam khang to ho network problem lo ho 24 hours electricity nei ho to ikik teo lawang chu you are way behind na ya chu henla online learning chu allo thailo pandemic ja cha hi ta ai la chan ka sei bangin deliberation phate chaw ngai chu stakeholders na and school institute has to take the initiative in this chu chu lawang ke gel sanga hoi zo na chi deliberation akona chu hu po te ding and I think we can bring down learning to every section and section of the society. Ane zo yang middle class and poorest of the poor class jong le. Ensure to deliberation ako na hung po entity ka ngai to ke yel danet.
Exam chung chang thui sevin Manipur hi exam hung pass metric result show ahi la class 12 result show ti ho ilo le result so mo hi Manipur keu se lo India hi glorifies in 100% pass ko in ma highest score top 10 ati hoi ikon sano hin tu kum himi jok si exam lo be pa jeng hin chi hin education quality effect de ma hi lo le exam lo ajo education chi chi thei ding hi chi beginning ham ma hi lo le chi ifti na mo mes research scholar khan hi na
ke gel danin hitabanga marks sang ta ki pe a online learning through na exam pitelwa tam ta ki pe wang hi ka dei basic poi ahin exam ki bolta jongle marks are glorify ki bol hi it's a big mistake katino na henge tu lai chu atam zo hi universities entrance bol the things jongle entrance test nei lo chu class 12 board exam marks akivia a marks han dung ju ya chu college ki home chu Delhi University ho ta bang chuna hi chu ta bang chu min tin hi chu hi to banga mark poi mo sa hi event ki dai le apan akan na lo dan hi when it comes to competitive examination later in life as on kimu chu class 12 ana score chu doesn't really count na so ki like graduation a gold medalist nahi ni lam no so doesn't really count when it comes to competitive exams na academic lana chia thildang dang na bol bang chu apan na mun jong ome a hin hit banga chu mark hi glorification hi to certain extent apart banga chu it's not everything a hi tu lai learning process hi na online learning process hi interrupted hilowa phate cha compromise bolawa school to institute a chi powai le chun exam bolawa marks ki page on evaluate ki bola learning school online learning through assignments wa ki bola marks ki page on bang chu ho a ho na umpoi board exam hi jong le although board exam has certain role to play na jong le considering the times we are in na board exam ho ta bang hi ta bang elimination stage ki koi hoi da the jong le a boy poi but only if the process of learning is not interrupted and there is no compromise in the quality of learning while in school be it physical or be it online learning chu lawang chun marks ho chu ho pon marks ho chu a boy pon jong le board exams da thei din da thei le tin ka ngai toy kin
tu chunga hi pandemic situation hi problem ki face ngai lo be khat parents call ka dong in chui pi ham je le ai exam zo se pass je in hi chapang tamwal be sin shit amu zo poeti kum danga chu mi sang som the exam ai le at least 10000 bak fail mai the ya na to ai abon wa pass hi je chu college te chun cho ta bak shit nei lo aboi na chui pi ham ti ai le munda la ki pot thelo lamka sunga college hon la chi sap la lu na din capacity nei lo chi ta bang crisis um thei thom education a hi pi ham na za kha ngai dem ke pon parents kan call in na itamang authentic ham itamang crisis thei ta ham a hi lo le i college so chun ipiding a full ati ham for example shelmat ai ti nai lo na college a tale college a chun ma student pass zo se lao le hal chakhat bo bon ang pass le adang hal chakhat bo la the diang na kum dang zo se sa hi si di full bai dan khat ang min mi tam tai college mu zo lo zo min chi pilum gel ne am itamang crisis ye
chi question chunin do ale what comes to my mind kalungela kamu chu private schools kamu na private schools private institute or in most of them in fact na sei banga chu tu chunga board exam laya zong chu na mi tam pp fail hin na chi ajo ang admission ho jang hi vet ai le beyond capacity akilagam hi so the tu chunga it's like 99% pass cho ai election obviously masanga board exam la elimination la jong chu admission take jong le beyond capacity kila su ke hit that's considering private institute katina hai na I think no exception private institute jo se hin 50 ati wa chu at least they'll take 60 plus na to bang skilla te tabangam hi cho election I think as an educationist and as a researcher what I can tell is where are our government schools katino mein na government schools has a role to play chawang chu na government schools or he teacher or he very eligible hi chu diet training about you so kit le BEd MAd about you sitting le bochin exam through you sitting le bochin oza ki pan sai chu Whereas in private institute, I'm not saying amo chu athi mo po katina ipo very capable jang hinave. Ahin any BA student na to private institution with a lump sum of money oza ko thei cho na considering the job crisis na background reality check bolar chen so many things are there na in trying to address the question chen na what are our government schools doing did you chen the question mark is on our administrators na chukitle educators especially the government in the government schools government set up schools yeah he tabang omlo na dinga chu government schools has a big role to play private schools also very chen a capacity beyond capacity akila ta chu chale chen government schools ong hi phate cha ila lu dai le ila lu thei di wa le chen hi jo tabang chu left out om lo de hi na government right education no ya jong chu teacher student ratio ki koi so ke hi for example 40:1 if one teacher 40 students for example kase hai exact ratio je kamel chi tapon na chota bang cho hin government school to reality check bolachin most of them no students one teacher or otherwise let's say 3 students 4 teachers hitabang situation chu cho as it is government schools has a big role to play na in trying to accommodate the left out students also
chalai ratio na sei na chu 10 teacher no school ti ho
da hello sir
the ana to the last question kan do dom chu lal ti kam so education in a satai ni ngai sauvin ai wa what is the end of education ti pa hi first subject in mi zo se opinion nei the di hin ai va ai gam mi vet ai le educated khan hi ai le government kam mo ding na kam khan be ji do ding chi chilunggel hi a realistic low than a reality pi ham nang mu da hi what is the end of education ki ti mi no le pa khen khat mol hon se da lekha sim zo la chini ima cha jong chom lo ding ti khat jong hi ji na chum cha hi neu khat chi subject hi tu na conclusion adian now ho lim the di ham
okay kakipain before I come to the last question na ka kasay nom su enzo kasay chu ka be nom kanomin hitabang situation chu aum ta hi la chun school cha pang chu left out lo na te ding government pana kilangai chu for example in the case of Delhi ya chu Kejriwal government na Aam Aadmi party chun curriculum arang chu akibol khalo be khat happiness as a subject na introduce in bol chu how happy are the students in learning na athil zilo ko ki pa ta learn no hinam na pate cha student to teacher relationship ho hinam ti curriculum introduce in bol cho and in fact gamdang apan ajang developed countries ho hungwa European countries ho ahung ve cho and they see there is a lot of tremendous change in the classroom atmosphere na cho chu research yong ki bola articles on published ki bolta cho effectiveness of happiness curriculum in Delhi schools na hi cho ta bang chu min government in pan alla in hi ta banga chu min khan to na government school apat ane hi cho private schools da government schools nga jot hi to but can we replicate that in our settings na ho society a chu hi cho ta bang chu chat chu hi the hi ta jong le chun government schools in ichan gya panala them this is a question that administration na government administration educators must try and address just say no man so that there is no left out students na in the learning process ale achai na to whether education has an end there is no an end to learning education is a lifelong process but why are we in the first place looking out for education I think context based on me say the kay geldanin eho context achu economically sound te ki hilaw so nu la paten ahi thei chana chu student ho hi school education pe ding education akona chu khamai mu te ding ahi mijo sin kinep na kinai cho chikinai hin chi aju BGI gelo mitile chi BGI gelo mitile because economically sound ki hilaw cho background very shaky cho ele gam khang to chini pi gel bam tela education chu khamu na khel di hilawin ama ono na survival method na aki hold do theina ding plus a talent or skills also, not necessary education to book knowledge na. Hel school curriculum zui hi zong le expertise or a talent discover na abol wa chu grooming abol cho ai cha aku na chu school educational setup ka kai hel hi zong le amo hi a talent wa pan ai tai min an kizil the ba ki wa na man cho football ke poi adang dang games na games a jang poi adang tampi me here to really try and decode an answer whether there is an end to learning education iho context avang so I think there is katino me why because of the social setup the background we come from here to tu le tu din manawang chu khamu te ya insung mi hin veda ei zong nom ta hong chena I cha te zong hin ve the cho hin ei cha te chan gya chu hitabang concept chum theina la hi perception cha a hin society hong khang to han lang na phate chan economically sound society hong ki hiting lawang chan I think may not be education hi job mona se hitalo ding I think skills zo chu a talent ho zo hi hold on na hong ki boy pintin hong ki boy pi zo tin hi jo tabang social settings pat hong ji uchan economically sound ki nai lo chong le broader mindset jong ki nai lo ai ji a hi e ho end to education hi job ai ngai to hi hitabanga economically sound society broader mindset na compared to developed countries na European countries what tabang mindset tabang in pha na diu chu it's a long way but hi jo tabang in pha ting la wang chung education is job muna se telovin but rather as a means to hunt talents na talents discover ball na ja jo hi hung ki boy pintin I talent che hi ki wa na in man na diu ni kho hung ding hi but unless economically the foundation hi a sound low lai chana wang chu I think iho conception perception hi education is equal to jobs wang chu iho khangjong hiding itu te khangjong hinalai din ka ta sani it's a long way ya chu education in lifelong process ati ma ile it's a lifelong process and the change and transition stage chu iti le hung theidam ti wang chu kin jong ka sei thei poi but let us hope so na hitabang Doungel in nei theva I society jong ahung machala talents ho ahing ke wa job se aking ai to talawa ihung machal ding hung khan to du chu kin jong ka kin pi hin I'm looking forward to na jan che tan te ka sai no ka ki ba
ki pa hoi ma wa una pa la parin tampi sil khetawa education kam mu na ding chi wai le kum tengin metric pass bangza pha class 12 pass mi bangza pha BA pass bangza pha yai teng teng kam mu lo ding ya government employee vacancies ia chana mi sang som te hi na sep na zan ibang ki kitu ahia yai ka education system ninga itu ding chu government kam lo te bang chi bang ki adapt ding hi chi challenge next jang nya again is som ding wa tu nya lal to ki holim na pa ni ngai dan tampi nei ding wa yai ka adik pen chi nai ke himale as a research student ama point of view ka gen ding atu nei sab ohia lal chitaba phat pan pe jan chong pa tu kan sein
please ka ki pa
online education le education chung chang hi ge sei chai the khat ve episode to khoma sei chai the hi pon na hi jong le tu ne ai nang jong na Doungel ta thieng ta nan sia to the best of your thinking na nan sei hi mi tam pin lo pi ka ging chain pandemic la be nai lo ding hi zia gina online class pai to zel ding hi le kiloma yai ka effective ya to ai pai danu bang chi bang improve thei ding alternative means bang za o ma ya midang table dan to able dan bang chin o ma chi study thei na ding ai ai a right answer ai ke le thei pen dan ong ki ge na hi ke ya yai ka thought provoking ingai su thak ding wa kha tu ne holim na hi ya tu ne weekend hon online class merely demerits ki honau yai tan a pe ta nanga idano bangan observation o comment lama YouTube lama enten on share ding kon ngian on hi tu ne ding weekend hon yai tan a pe ta hi